What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. The Dungeon Defenders Awakened community feedback survey is now closed, and the results are posted. So we got some good stuff coming in Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Chromatic went through and really gave us full visibility on what the survey results were. So let's go ahead and run through them. First off, the quality of life section. Do you think accessing the inventory during combat phase should be allowed? 66% of the people voted yes. So with that in mind, with a large amount of people voting yes, I think this is enough to implement this in the game, says Phil. So inventory management during the combat phase is going to be coming. So lots of folks have been asking for that, of course, and it is coming around. Do you think swapping heroes should be allowed during combat phase? 47% said no. So with that in mind, there won't be any combat phase swapping coming to Dungeon Defenders Awakened, at least not anytime soon. Would you be in favor of being able to swap one time during the wave? 63% said yes. With the majority saying yes, this is something we'll be looking into adding. That said, reading through the feedback, it was commonly suggested that instead of allowing one swap, we allow players to swap freely within a certain number of seconds of the combat wave starting. I think this is a better solution as it prevents accidental swapping to the wrong hero and then being locked on that hero. So although people did not want like active hot swapping, there will be like a grace period window or something coming. Now, just for reference, there were over 1,200 survey entries here. So this is not like 50 people did the survey. There was a decent number. 1,200 people did it. And these are the results people are coming up with. Next up, do you think upgrade costs should be refunded on towers built in the same build phase? 79% said yes. So if you place something by accident now and you sell it, you'll be, or if you upgrade something by accident, you will be able to get that one fully refunded if it's in the same build phase. Okay, now there are lots of questions got asked about the hybrid system. I think this one is pretty deep to read into. For the most part, it seemed like more people were positive about the hybrid system than there were negative about the hybrid system. So with that in mind, I would guess that the hybrid system is going to stay and maybe even be expanded on, as there just weren't a large number of people showing negatives about it. Now, with the Arcanist armor, this was one of the biggest things in the survey, as it completely changed how we will farm in Dungeon Defenders Awakened. I'm super stoked that this one got picked. I assumed this is what everyone was going to pick. However, we know that changes to the Arcanist armor system has been upcoming. 69% of the people voted for these item effects or passive rolls on armor to be turned into power crystals. So you'll be able to pull, say you've got power and percent damage on an armor piece. You'll be able to pull those passives off and put them on another armor piece. It'll be like a socket system, similar to like Diablo 3, where you're using legendary gems. You'll be able to do something along those lines. Now, I'm not going to go through all the way through this one in detail. This one is going to be a long time out, as it is a system that's going to have to be created. And it won't be coming in the very near future, but this is the direction that Arcanist gear looks like it is headed. Under features and improvements, section had a ton of feedback to go through, too much to really summarize. A lot of the responses to this section were things already on the roadmap, or generally things like more difficult content or more variety. A couple of notable suggestions that stuck out were adding a way to see what killed the core from where and from where, instead of it only having to guess. I think this is a wonderful thing. In all the other Dungeon Defenders games, the core lights up and there's sirens going off when something hits your core. You know exactly where the issue is, and you can get over and address it. Maps and heroes. So here they didn't give us the exact percentages, but they did tell us the top 4 heroes people wanted to return. Now, Phil mentioned also that these are not in order. This is just as they were listed on the survey. But as far as what returning heroes people want in Dungeon Defenders Awakened, The Barbarian, the Jester, the Lavamancer, and the Gun Witch were the top 4. So those 4 heroes are going to be getting looked at in Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Phil actually teased on the live stream yesterday that one of them is actually kind of in that early thought process. So one of these heroes is going to be coming up next. Barbarian, Jester, Lavamancer, or Gun Witch. I kind of hope it's the Jester, but what do you all think? Let me know down in the comments below which out of those 4 heroes you would like to see next. Now, as far as returning maps, the top 3 maps were number 1, Aquanos, number 2, King's Game, and Tavern Defense. One of these maps is coming very, very soon, y'all. In fact, we got the reveal for it. That will be later on in the video here, but Aquanos, King's Game, and Tavern Defense are what Dungeon Defenders players said they would like to see returning as far as returning maps into Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Monetization. Here they asked basically what elements of the game would players feel comfortable paying for, as of course if the game generates more revenue, then the game will continue in its development and we'll get more content to play. 76% of the people said hero skins, all the way down to only 42% said quality of life enhancements. So there's a kind of a breakdown of what players said as far as what they would be comfortable getting added into the game as monetization. Now, they've been hard finishing up the next update. They hope to have out by the end of the month. So they're hoping to get the next update out before the end of May. Likely be starting a small PTR test for some of the features and content as soon as potentially next Friday. So PTR could be coming within a week. This next update is going to include tavern storage, in-game titles, a new mob schedule system, and then a returning map, which was voted on up above and that we're going to jump into right now. If you want to look through this forum post, it will be linked down in the description. But here is the reveal of the King's Game.
It's King's Game. So, we have recreated King's Game in DDA Glory. Let me hide my HUD. This is the new and improved shiny King's Game, as you would expect, or the Jester map, as some, I believe, as some call it. But yeah, this is gonna be the next bonus map. Is there gonna be the weird buff system? So we're still working on gameplay. I don't know if we'll get around to that, but it was something that we definitely we're still considering. We'll have to see if that's something that people. I mean, the tiles are still there. Like here's one of the tiles. But doesn't do anything currently, but it is shiny. That texture looks a little weird though. I think also we need to put I think there's an animation for this that needs to play too. But we're still, you know, making improvements to this. But overall, this map is very, very shiny. It's a nice glow and polished look. The marble and granite. We've got floating elements. We got some chairs. We got these weird like checkerboard road string things that like kind of go around the map. Got these archways. As you know, as you would expect, it's just a chaotic mess of checkerboard items and weird large props. And oh, I just fell into a hole. Got a chandelier and a table over there. Oh, there's one of that checkerboard piece probably needs to be adjusted. Just flew right through that geometry. So when's the Jester coming? We are not working on the Jester. There's actually a different hero we're actively working on, using that or not actively, I should say. I should say casually working on. We will be bringing back the dice pet. That is definitely a guaranteed. Though I'm not entirely sure how we'll handle it in DDA, because pets in DDA are a little bit different than DD1. That needs collision. But maybe we'll throw out some community survey items, or put it in, pull some ideas.
And that will do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.